Good morning, students. Today is the second lecture for the subject organizational behavior. In yesterday's class, we have studied about the first unit, that is introduction part of organizational behavior, where we have studied the definition of organizational behavior. We have also gone through with why there is a requirement of OB, why there is a requirement of OB we have studied, and then we have discussed what are the factors affecting organizational behavior, or what are the elements of organizational behavior, which includes people, structure, technology, and environment. And we have also discussed what are the nature of organizational behavior. So in that we have discussed two parts, that is nature of people and nature of organization. So these are the contents we have discussed in a previous class. If you people have any kinds of doubt regarding the studies aspect, please feel free to ask the doubts and make sure you are clearing your concepts. So today is the second class. Let's start the today's discussion. Okay, let's start. So today I'm going to discuss about what are the importance of organizational behavior. What are why we require organizational behavior? What benefit an organization will get when an organization is studying or using this particular subject or aspect. So let's deal one by one. First is organizational behavior provides roadmap to our lives in organization. Why it is so? Organization behavior helps to study the behavior of the people within the organization, how they are interacting with their colleagues, how one employee is able to interact with the group. So that is what it studies. So it helps if there is any conflicts, it helps to give the solution, it helps to provide the steps, or it helps to provide certain solutions that can resolve the problems or conflicts among the employees. Second is organizational behavior uses scientific research to help understand and predict organization life. So, suppose, for example, yesterday I think I have given one example that for suppose one employee is coming late to organization from last few days. So, the organization should able to understand the reason behind it. If is there any emergency or that person is doing intentionally. So we should able to predict, or we should able to understand his situation. If it is he is genuinely facing some kind of emergency, organization should help him. And but he's if he is doing intentionally, then that person should be get notified about that, or it can be it can be result in applying some kind of a charges, right? Then next is third one is organizational behavior helps us influence organizational events. There can be different events happening in an organization, that can be differs day-to-day activities, it can be a recruitment process, it can be manufacturing process. There are different activities are happening. So organizational behavior helps to uh, to conduct different activities, to conduct different events, to conduct something which is already leads which is already in terms of upgradation of the technology. Then we have organizational behavior helps understand himself and others, as I have already said, and the definition itself talks about the organizational behavior as study of human beings, or study of behavior of the humans who are working at the organization place. So it will help us to understand each other in a better way. Last is organizational behavior helps to understand the basis of motivation. So we have different motivational theory in organizational behavior, so that it will be helpful to understand what a employee is expecting from the organization, and even employee will come to know what organization is expecting from employees. So if both are fulfilling their goals, both are fulfilling their expectations, then automatically it will leads to running of an organization in a smoother way. Okay, next, this is what we have done with the importance of organizational behavior. Next part is, what are the limitations of organization behavior? These are the limitations of organizational behavior. We'll study one by one. Okay, so when I'm talking about the limitations of organizational behavior, it cannot substitute for poor planning or incomplete organizing or inadequate control. So, but there are, what I can feel, there are three levels of limitations. So here I have not mentioned, but the first I can say, it is a behavioral bias, I can say. Okay, so why I am saying behavioral bias? Because of organizational behavior, because of study of organizational behavior, we are able to study each individual who is working at the organization, and each individual is having a different set of attributes. Okay, so that is why I can feel a behavioral bias. Let's discuss one. In that behavioral bias, it includes first one as overemphasizing the employee satisfaction. So, as organizational behavior is focusing more on employees' comfort, so sometimes employee who are lacking in a system handling, they may not be able to adopt it quickly. Okay, so organizational behavior studies the human behavior. I can agree with that they are studying the human behavior, but somehow they are making them unchanged. We are telling people not to change, don't accept the change. So that is what the first one. Second is overemphasizing production output. So I'll give an example for this. Suppose there is an employee who is very dedicated, who is very loyal towards his work, and he is so polite that he even helps others for doing their work. So it may result in that other employees are dependent on him. Okay, they may take his advantage. They may avoid their work, and they may put him to work more. So this is what the second one. Then is law of diminishing returns. When I'm saying law of diminishing returns, it includes too much, like it is emphasis on more negative results, or it may not be applied to every human situations. For example, suppose, as I'm saying, law of diminishing returns, if you're getting something in a enough way, you may not be value that. I'll be giving you example in the form of organization. For example, there is a too much security in the organization place, and but what will happen, the employees will get security, but what will happen, it will result in lack of taking initiative from the side of employees. Employees may feel shy, or they may feel scared to suggest some innovative ideas. Then next comes as, we can say, unethical manipulation of people. So it is like, some people may misuse the organizational behavior knowledge and techniques, and they may lack of ethical. The people who are lagging behind the ethical values, they may use people in an unethical way. So for example, some people may ignore their social responsibilities, or they may take advantage of whatever benefits they are getting from organizational behavior aspects. And further, it also includes cost benefit analysis. Suppose a particular method of motivational theory we are applying at the organization. So it must be cost benefit, it must be within the budget, it must give more benefits than the amount of money we have invested to apply to execute that particular method. Next is improving people skill. Some of the people at the organization may they are in a favor of resistance of change. They may feel that I'll not change, I'm used to with the traditional method, so I'll not be using any advanced technology. So this may happen. Okay, employees will refuse to adopt the changes, different changes. So that is the different limitation about the organization behavior, I can say. Next is helping employees in work life conflicts. Work life conflicts in the sense like employees are having different responsibilities at a workplace, plus they have the responsibilities at at their home. So these balancing between these two responsibilities may disturb the employees to work or to concentrate more on a workplace. So this can be a limitation, because organizational behavior cannot help an employee to tell him how to balance your work responsibilities and as well as your personal responsibilities. So these are all about the limitations of organizational behavior. Next aspect is uh, what are the disciplines which are contributing to the organizational behavior. So these are the disciplines which we are going to discuss one by one. So these are some important disciplines which includes in organizational behavior. Okay, let's discuss with one by one. Okay, so the first one is psychology. First one is psychology. So, psychology is a word derived from a Greek word. I'll write the spelling. Psyche. Okay, so this is a Greek word. Psychology is derived from a Greek word psyche, which means soul or spirit. And modern authors, how they have defined it is as a science of individual behavior. So psychology, it includes sub-disciplines such as it can include clinical psychology, industrial psychology, experimental psychology. So it studies major areas such as I can say attitude, I can say motivation, learning. So attitude means what? Attitude is how an employee is behaving, how what is his outer way of behaving or interacting with other people. And the next one is motivation. When I'm talking about motivation, it is something that is encouraging employees to work hard at the organization. And last one is learning, I can say, or learning is a continuous process. It can be learning of how individual behavior changes from time to time. Next is we'll be discussing next as a sociology. Why sociology is also is important a discipline in organizational behavior? Because it studies about social groups, social behavior, society, customs, and it also helps to study the interpersonal dynamics, like leadership, group dynamics, communication, and structure of the organization. So this is what sociology, where it is discussed, where it is studying about the group behavior of the people at the organization. Next we have is anthropology. What is anthropology? So it studies the origin and development of the human culture, how those culture have functioned in the past and how they are continuing to function in the present. So it studies what people learn, how they are what they have learned and how they are behaving right now. So this is what it studies. And then